A warm welcome everyone to Camping World Stadium in Orlando, where the Road to 26 is presented by Turkish Airlines. And we've got a treat for you tonight. Brazil and Croatia. Brazil, maybe the most iconic national team the sport has ever known, but as they are discovering, football moves forward and history doesn't win you modern tournaments. Croatia, a small nation who made a big impression on the world game, whilst enjoying more recent World Cup success than their illustrious opponents. Adrian Healy in the company of Alex Pereira. Brazil need a performance tonight, Alex.
Good evening, Adrian. It's as simple as that. Brazil can't afford to lose this game after losing to France in Boston last week. They are lacking craques, as they say it. They need a win today. This is the Croatian national anthem.
Well, they are in great voice here in Orlando. The entire stadium almost completely bathed in the colour yellow. Adrian Healy and Alex Pereira with you. A lot of Brazilians living locally. It's one of the biggest Brazilian populations in the whole of the United States, particularly just down the road in Kissimmee. Alex, so they will be roared on tonight against Croatia.
They were the local team last Thursday in Foxborough Stadium with a lot of Brazilian supporters, and as you can see from this view, they play home today.
These are the starting 11s presented by Bet Online, and several changes for Carlo Ancelotti. Alex, what do you want to highlight in this starting 11?
Vinicius Junior is starting on the left-hand side. He played as a striker the first half against France, and it didn't work out. And a good reward for Luis Enrique, who came on as a sub at halftime against France and did interesting things on the right-hand side. Ancelotti needs to decide where to play Vinicius, and it seems pretty obvious to me that he needs to play on the left.
Yeah, it can be argued that there are 4 starting forwards in the attacking lineup, so certainly an offensive starting 11 for Carlo Ancelotti as Marta gets involved, the legendary Brazilian women's international, of course, to get things underway. It has not been an easy start to life at all, has it, for Carlo Ancelotti since taking the helm of the Brazilians. 9 games in charge and they've won just 4 of them. 2 draws and 3 defeats. Carlo Ancelotti very publicly wished good luck to Italy today before the World Cup qualifiers were played. That didn't quite work out. We're hoping for a better outcome tonight, Alex.
It's been terrible for Italy, missing the World Cup for the 3rd occasion on a row. It's devastating. And the way that soccer is football, there is a passion for Italians, and being left out of the World Cup, even this expanded version of the World Cup, it's something unbelievable for the Italians. But it's also unbelievable seeing Brazil finish in 5th position in the South American qualifiers for the World Cup. This is exactly what has happened to the Verde Amarela.
For the final stage again. This is Luis Enrique seeing a lot of the ball early on, the Zenit St. Petersburg man. Carlo Ancelotti directing traffic on the field and just off it as well. Our cameraman told to, or rather sent packing.
Croatia are definitely playing with 3 centre-backs at the back, and it's Perisic on the ball as a left wing-back, and Stanisic on the other side as a right wing-back as well. Modric and Susic are the pair in the middle of the park with 2 number 10s, which is Kramaric and Baturina behind the striker, the Osasuna man, Ante Budimir.
Yeah. We've got some La Liga representation out there for sure on both sides of the pitch. They have the Real Sociedad centre-back as well playing for them. Mixed right for the World Cup. I think there are plenty of national teams to whom that can apply at the moment, but perhaps not amongst the favourites. France and Spain seem pretty settled, don't they?
Absolutely.
England certainly having their issues with that at the moment, as Croatia build here. Kramaric to Perisic around the outside. Good looking cross and well defended in the end. There were 2 Croatian players crashing in to meet it. Ante Budimir was one of them.
It's a clear lack of communication, but good link up with Kramaric and Perisic, the overlap move, that sweet cross. You mentioned Ancelotti's preference for Mateus Cunha. He's playing a dual role here. When Brazil don't have the ball, he's the one that needs to close down the left-hand side. So he allows Vinicius to rest and not to defend.
Dalic watching his team put some passes together here. Is there a shot on the end of it? There is, but it's blocked. And then the follow-up effort from the Real Sociedad centre-back.
Igor Thiago, none has claimed the starter position yet.
This is João Pedro on the move, though. Options away to his left. Cunha. Vinny Jr. Trying to cross from deep, but blocked by Stanisic. The Bayern Munich man doing the mopping up, but Vinny has it back here. Into the penalty area, the shot is on! Oh, it's a great save! Danilo. Instinctive left foot jab towards goal. Livakovic was wrong-footed, but was able to react.
It all started with a mistake, a rare mistake by Luka Modric. We're praising him, commentators, course, just sending the ball back straight into his former teammate, straight into Vinicius Jr. And then, after Vini attracts 3 different Croatian players, they
chiseling away on the edge of the area with Casemiro repelled. Croatia trying to play their way out of trouble. They've given it away again. Now, was that challenge a fair one from Perisic? Did he get the ball? Luis Enrique staying down, and the referee deciding that he got more of Enrique than he did the ball. A converted wing-back at the age of 37, Ivan Perisic. In his time with Inter.
Yeah, he used to be a winger, a very technical winger, but with zero or close to zero ability to defend, and Antonio Conte changed his career.
And it's Danilo again who's at the controls here from this free kick. He's already had one good look with the left foot, denied by Livakovic. What can he dial up here? It's Danilo. Well, he keeps it along the ground. Nicely worked. And the shot from Cunha deflecting just wide. A good bit of subterfuge there, deceiving everyone. Seen that much of the ball.
No, because Brazil are unable to bring him the ball with advantage. Now Douglas is joining the attack and creating a 3v2 situation on the left-hand side.
Yeah, which Vinny tries to make the most of. He's got two for company. Got space on the edge of the area for the shot. It's charged down by Modric, who was out to meet it. Casemiro was lining it up. Their two former teammates as well.
This is very smart.
And you were talking about it. He's 34 years old. He's only won 35 caps, so appearances are somewhat few and far between for him. The late bloomer.
There was a guy called Mario Mandzukic.
Yeah.
That was impossible to beat in that number 9 position.
Now Brazil trying to make something of the takeaway. It's a lovely ball from Cunha, and Livakovic again to the rescue to deny João Pedro, who should have scored.
Another ball lost by Luka Modric, in this case against his former teammate, against Casemiro, and it was even amplified by the fact that Rivaldo and Ronaldo Nazario just stopped by the training session of Brazil this week, and people were comparing, this is the kind of players that we need and we don't have anymore.
Yeah, well, that's stolen away for Croatia. Position of promise here, Baturina losing out, but the willingness to win it back almost pays off. That was a shot that was goal bound until it hit a defender. Perisic sending in the cross.
Perisic is involved and has time on the ball and time to face Roger Ibañez. He's going to produce a cross. This is something that Brazil needs to prevent.
Luis Enrique was very busy early on, hasn't seen as much of it lately, and maybe he should have done. On that evidence, drifts around two, but then no one really threatening to get on the end of his cross. Attack still alive though. Shot is on for Cunha, and it's another good save. Livakovic sprawling away to his left and getting a palm to it.
What a superb save by Livakovic. And once again, it's Vinicius Jr. holding up to the ball, just waiting for the Croatian players to go around him to find the open player at the edge of the box. Earlier on was Casemiro, now it's Mateus Cunha. These are the kind of plays where you can see that Carlo Ancelotti is just planning something with Brazil.
Cunha, having earned the corner, takes it, trying to connect with the near post runner. Ball refusing to go out of play, so Cunha taking over instead. Luis Enrique, a lot of yellow shirts to aim for. Croatian defence answering the call once more. No doubt about it, Brazil have had much more of the attacking play, and it's going to continue with a free kick. Bringing down Vinny Jr.
This is not a friendly for the Croatian players. There's no friendlies for the Croatians. Their level of aggressiveness, their commitment, their focus. This is, as we said, part of the DNA of Croatia.
Yeah. Defending their national identity. A deep sense of Croatian pride. But here's the free kick from Danilo, trying to open things up, and Livakovic had to come a long way to meet that. But out here tonight in Orlando, Casemiro is joint top scorer for Brazil with 8 goals, level with Vini Jr. And goals for his country. Free kick coming Croatia's way here. It's Budimir. He's feeling the pain.
A challenge by Casemiro.
Well, he's left a mark on 2 Croatian players in quick succession, hasn't he? Business as usual for Casemiro. And he goes into the book for that challenge, and so we enter 3 minutes of stoppage time. Now Croatia have one of their first attacking free kicks of the night. Luka Modric is going to be pulling the strings here. Modric with the delivery and flicked on. And a save from Bento, who's had so little to do. He kept his reflexes nice and active there. Vuskovic with the flicked header, which needed to be dealt with.
He created himself the space with a little push on Marquinhos, just for connecting that header after the precise delivery of Luka Modric.
Modric with the follow-up corner. Dealt with by Brazil, who look to launch a counter-attack and use Vini Jr. It's only him, but help is arriving. May not need it. It's gone around one challenge. Now the check back. The shot is on for Danilo! Well, Brazil finding their very best at the very end of the first half. It came from a Croatian corner. The counter-attack was lightning quick. Vini Jr. with the provider, and Danilo with the smart finish.
Finally, some samba present here in Orlando. What a pass by Mateus Cunha to Vinicius Jr. He was totally left of defensive duties for that corner kick. He was there for launching the counter-attack. And again, he just waited, attracted 3 players from Croatia to find the open man at the penalty spot. This is the same maneuver in which Danilo was about to score.
Yeah. And when you've got Vini Jr. and you've got Rafinha, as they will do again for the World Cup, why not? I mean, those 2 players are just so deadly on the counter-attack when you get them out in the open. And Vini Jr. displaying that to full effect, teeing up Danilo for the breakthrough goal. Big moment for him, the Botafogo midfielder, scoring for the first time for his country, just his 2nd appearance. So what do Croatia have in response? Is one of the questions we'll be answering over the next 45 minutes. So glad you could be with us as this busy and hectic and a pivotal international window draws towards a close. Yep. Yeah, he had a couple of teeth less at that time in his career. Alexis, Croatia threatened down the left. The cross targeting Budimir was cleared, but not for long. Sucic, well, the Inter Milan man lining it up from distance.
Modric is still rocking, but Croatia have lost quality in the midfield. In 2018, they had Brozovic, Rakitic, and Modric, 3 world-class midfielders. The replacement is not the same.
Right, now then, opportunity perhaps for Brazil against Luis Enrique, trying to dance his way to the byline. He's forced to check around. It goes again, Luis Enrique. Just too many blue shirts in the end for him. England, which will be the FA Cup quarterfinals, but in Spain, Alex, what a weekend awaits.
We're going to Madrid this weekend. Atletico de Madrid are hosting Barcelona at the Metropolitano. And there's also the quarterfinals of the Champions League right around the corner between those two clubs as well.
Yep, we're going to see a lot of each other, aren't they? It's Luka Modric will depart, having won his, as you said, 196th cap, the man who made his debut 2 decades ago, almost exactly. His debut against one Lionel Messi and Argentina back in March of 2006. Who knows, they may see their paths cross again this summer. We will try and tidy up those substitutions for you. It's always a tough task to keep tabs on the comings and goings in these friendlies. This is Cunha, who's on his way. Did it come from... oh no, it wasn't offside. The ball just crossing the goal line.
Substitution for Croatia. Player number 5, Due Chatletka is replaced by player number 3, Marin Prongakic. Player number 11, Ante Budimir, is replaced by player number 26, Bedar Musa. Player number 9, Andre Kramaric, is replaced by player number 15, Mario Balasic. And player number 10, Luka Modric, is replaced by player number 8, Nicola Moru.
Well, there you go. Nicely summed up by our stadium public address announcer. Very useful that was. They call them the Moose in Dallas. This is Pasalic now for Croatia. A lot of possession. Forward momentum for them at the moment. Nicola Moro surveying the scene, delivering the cross, but sensed the danger and got back. But they've won it back again for a 3rd time, Croatia. Pasalic to Sucic inside the final 20 minutes here in Orlando.
It's a different Pasalic. It's the man on the ball. It's Marco Pasalic, a player of Orlando City.
Yeah. Good looking cross for Mario Pasalic, and then a follow-up shot that was blocked on its way through. Bento had already left his feet there, anticipating. Hendrik. We mentioned how well he's been doing on loan in French football now with Lyon. He's still only 19. Let's not forget he has 6 goals and 5 assists for Lyon in 14 appearances. Trying to add to his Brazil goals. This is Croatia trying to get back on level terms. And an opening here for the shot from distance. And it was Nicola Moro, the half-time substitute, just tried to place it. The wrong side of the post.
You need to put it on target at least. That was too poor. He had time to think, time to control the ball. As for the Brazilians.
No one wants to be reminded of that, do they? Certainly not in the Brazil shirt, as Fabinho gets to tackle in. Musa doing some foraging work, then he's left on the ground. Oh! Well, right in front of the referee. Can be no complaints. I think that was Hendrik on the receiving end, was it? Vuskovic. Just steamrolling it.
That was a red card, plain and simple. Plain and simple, and he knows that should have been a red.
Yeah, he has been shown a red card. It's been shown the direction to the changing rooms and the early bath by referee Armando Villarreal. It was one 19-year-old on another. Vuskovic on Hendrik.
He's been subbed off though. Dalit immediately replaced him because that was a red card. He has no intention of playing the ball. He just wants to stop Hendrik. That is a very risky challenge.
Right. So on for Croatia. They've worked this nicely. That's a pretty good ball through the central channel and an own goal. Croatia equalise. It's Meyer leading the cheers, and he will get the congratulations. But that may well have come off a Brazilian foot last. It was a fabulous through ball down the central channels, and the Brazilian defence unstitched by Croatia.
What a pass by Tony Brook on the right hand side. That's why Meyer just congratulates him. It's a first touch pass by Pasalic, and then look at this ball. Perfectly placed right in the middle, right in between both center backs. Marquinhos is desperate because there was no need for Bento to come out of goal in that situation. He leaves the goal totally unguarded, and that's why between Danilo and Marquinhos, Meyer has just the open invitation for that goal. But what a pass and what a turn.
It is his goal. It'll be his 9th all-time for Croatia. Well, what do you think, Alex? If Brazil deserved their goal in the first half, did Croatia deserve theirs in the second? They certainly had more of the ball. Is the referee pointed to the spot here? He has. He's given a penalty to Brazil. Didn't seem to be too much in it. Hendrick was the player involved. And Armando Villarreal pointing straight to the spot.
Sutalo on Hendrick. Hendrick is looking for that contact. He's so smart. Well, he goes, he wraps his left leg around the defender just to cause that infraction, to cause that foul. Hendrick has been extremely smart. Sutalo has been clumsy. And yeah, Brazil got the chance of going up in the scoreboard again.
I think you're right. It was clever play from Hendrick. He knew exactly what he was doing, didn't he?
Absolutely. He was trying to force that penalty, and the way he wraps his leg around Sutalo was outstanding. Hendrick wanted to take the penalty, but he received some different orders from the bench. It's going to be Igor Thiago.
Well, you hear what the crowd make of that. There's some boos raining down as Hendrick hands the ball over to the Brentford man, looking for his first ever goal for his country. He's been unstoppable in the Premier League this season. Can he give Brazil the lead from the spot? Yes, he can! Cool as you like, Igor Thiago. What a moment for him. Brazil back in front, courtesy of the penalty earned by Hendrick.
Here's the penalty again. What a control, what a first touch by Hendrick, and then forcing the penalty. Perfect execution by Igor Thiago. 24 years of age. He has a past. He wasn't meant to be a professional player. He had to work as a bricklayer. He went to Bulgaria to play professional soccer. He holds a Bulgarian passport. He was even at some point contemplating playing for the European side.
Good looking cross again from Pasalic. When the World Cup itself rolls around in 72 days' time, don't count them out as they are on the march looking for a third here, and they've got it! Beautifully worked, and Gabriel Martinelli providing the final moment of the night for Brazil. Another swift counter-attack, proving to be oh so fruitful for the Seleção.
goal by Gabriel Martinelli, by the pass by Endrick. He's driving, he's waiting for his teammate to be in an open position. The pass is so smooth with the outside of his left foot. He forces a little bit Gabriel Martinelli to modify his run. He needs to go a little bit wider. It looks like he had lost some shooting angle, but he makes amends with his left foot.
Yeah. Do not rule them out this summer. Do so at your peril, even though it's been 5 World Cups since they last triumphed. All those quarter-final defeats, 4 of them in the last 5 World Cups, and that anguish of losing at home in the semi-final against Germany in the manner they did. And Carlo Ancelotti will bring a lot of tournament nous, won't he, to the helm. The man who's won the Champions League, a knockout tournament, more than any other.
That's a key, Adrian. A knockout tournament. This is where Ancelotti excels.
That's Petar Musa picking off the loose pass. Croatia looking to feast on some late scraps. But that will do it in Orlando, Brazil, and the crowd here getting what they came for. Warm embrace between Carlo Ancelotti and Zlatko Dalic.